Hi, my name is Nobin, and I love reading books. And it's been a while that I've been thinking of doing something online, like recording it live or reading it live, so that I can share this journey with others. And I think that it might help me, and I think it might help you. So here we go. Today, I'm going to begin with a book by John C. Maxwell. The name of the book is Make Today Count. The reason I picked this book was because I found it very interesting. Um, Many times we take life as a whole, like, we try to see life as a complete story right from the beginning. It's never like that. It's a day by day, piece by piece story that comes together as we put things together. It's like an imagination of an artist who tries to put a whole canvas of a beautiful painting together, but it doesn't begin without the first stroke. So I think this was a great book to think about and to read, to begin a habit and hopefully develop a community of people who would like to develop such a habit for themselves as well. So here we go. John C. Maxwell is, as you know, he's a great author, speaker, especially about leadership, management, and he's been widely received. And in his About section, it's written that John C. Maxwell is an internationally recognized leadership expert, speaker, and author who has sold over 13 million books. His organizations have trained more than 2 million leaders worldwide. Dr. Maxwell is the founder of Equip and Enjoy Stewardship Services. Every year, he speaks to Fortune 500 companies, international government leaders, and organizations as diverse as the United States Military Academy at West Point and the National Football League, or the NFL as we all call it. A New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and Business Week best-selling author, Maxwell was named the world's top leadership guru by leadershipgurus.net. He was also one of the 25 authors and artists named to Amazon.com's 10th anniversary Hall of Fame. Three of his books, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, Developing the Leader Within You, and The 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader, have each sold over 1 million copies. So you can safely say that he's an accomplished author. Having said that, I'll just move to the introduction of this book, and I think it's be a great place to start about the what, why, and how of the book, and why we should together read it, or maybe I should read it. Make today a masterpiece. How would you describe your life? Are you achieving what you desire? Are you accomplishing the things that are important to you? Do you consider yourself a success? How do your prospects look for the future? To be honest, these are great questions. How do you describe your life? I don't know. I think it's a dream in progress, or maybe a dream in stagnation. I don't know how to describe it. Are you achieving what you desire? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think so. Are you accomplishing things that are important to you? Maybe, maybe not. Do you consider yourself a success? Not at all. How do your prospects look for the future? Good and bad, depending on the choices I make next. If I could come to your house and spend just one day with you, I would be able to tell whether or not you will be successful. You could pick the day. If I got up with you in the morning and went through the day with you, watching you for 24 hours, I could tell in what direction your life is headed. When I tell this to people at conferences, there's always a strong reaction. Some people are surprised. Some get defensive because they think I would be making a snap judgment about them. A few get ticked off because they think my claim sounds arrogant. Others are simply intrigued and desire to know why I make such a statement. The answer lies in the fact that the secret of your success is determined by your daily agenda. If you make a few key decisions and then manage them well in your daily agenda, you will succeed. You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. You see, success doesn't just suddenly occur one day in someone's life. For that matter, neither does failure. Each is a process. Every day of your life is merely preparation for the next. What you become is a result of what you do today. In other words, you are preparing for something. The way you live your life today is preparing you for your tomorrow. The question is, what are you preparing for? Are you grooming yourself for success or failure? As my father used to tell me when I was growing up, you can pay now and play later, or you can play now and pay later. But either way, you are going to pay. The idea was that the, the idea was that the idea was that you can play and take it easy and do what you want today. But if you do, your life will be harder later. However, if you work hard now on the front end, then you will reap rewards in the future. The making of a masterpiece. You can make every day of your life a masterpiece. Isn't that idea appealing? The question is, how? What does it take? I believe there are two ingredients necessary to make every day a masterpiece: decisions and discipline. They are like two sides of the same coin. You could call them goal setting and goal getting. And they can't be separated because one is worthless without the other. I say that because good decisions minus daily discipline is equal to a plan without a payoff. Daily discipline minus good decisions is equal to regimentation without reward. Good decisions plus daily discipline is equal to a masterpiece of potential. Time is an equal opportunity employer, but how we treat time is not equal. Time is like a block of marble. Give a block of marble to an average person, and you end up with a block of marble. But put it in the hands of a master sculptor, and what happens? The sculptor looks at it with an artist's eye. First, he makes decisions about what it will be. Then, he practices the disciplines of his craft until he has transformed lifeless stones into a masterpiece. I believe you and I can become like the sculptor. We can learn to become master craftsmen, not of stone but of our lives. Good decisions today will give you a better tomorrow. It seems obvious that good decisions help to create a better tomorrow, yet many people don't appear to connect their lack of success to their poor decision making. Some people make choices, then experience negative consequences, yet wonder why they can't emerge or they can't seem to get ahead in life. They never figure it out. Others know their choices may not be good for them, but they make them anyway. Such is the case with the alcoholic who keeps drinking excessively or the person who engages in one abusive relationship after another. How true is this? I think choices, as micro and minute they may seem, are quite important for our daily lives. And we make choices every single second. A choice to, keep watching reels on the mobile phone, or to read a book, or to spend time just being with the family, or just going out and just being lost in our own devices. Choices are a second by second process. They are a construct of our own imagination. We imagine something, and based on that imagination, we try to make those choices. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, I don't know, but that's what I feel. So it's very important that that I make good choices every second. I make those conscious choices that will make me uncomfortable in the place that I am. It makes me get up and do something about the dream that I have or the goal that I have in life. So I really feel that this book is really geared towards not just giving us a few cool mantras of how to do it and be successful ourselves, but just to give us a day by day account of how these things really matter. How does it work? It's just not about being successful, it's about being sustainable, being someone who's consistent, being someone who really looks for a depth in their life and not just skimming on the surface and just making it through. Life is more than that. Life is more than just measuring our lives with what we have achieved. Life is also about where have we arrived. That's what I think, and that's why I love this book. That's why I decided to read this book. Let me continue. Nobody says that good decisions are always simple, but they are necessary for success. Theodore Hesburgh, former president of Notre Dame University, admonished, "You don't make decisions because they're easy. You don't make decisions because they're cheap. You don't make decisions because they are popular. You don't make decisions because they are right. You begin to build a better life by determining to make good decisions. But that alone is not enough. You need to know what decisions to make." I've given the subject a lot of thought, talked to many successful people, and narrowed down the list of critical areas for success to 12. I can call them the daily dozen. Number 1, attitude. Choose and display the right attitude daily. Number 2, priorities. Determine and act on important priorities daily. About this, I would like to say, man is his process. What I mean to say is, whatever we give ourselves first in the beginning of our day, whatever we give ourselves last before we hit the bed, go to sleep, is what we are going to become. What we are going to consume, what we're going to prioritize, is what we're going to become. I think this point is quite valid, as John C. Maxwell has mentioned here. Third point, health. Know and follow healthy guidelines daily. Number 4, family. Communicate with and care for my family daily. Fifth point, thinking. Practice and develop good thinking daily. Very important. Very important. In this cybernetic digital world, this is one of the most hardest thing to do, to develop good thinking. Like I said, what we consume is what we become, and constantly the online media, which is supposed to be a blessing, has turned into a very brash, a very upfront display of all kind of things that are absolutely against the human nature. We created it, we abused it, and that's what we made it to be. It was not supposed to be like that, but that's what our thinking can do if we do not develop good thinking. Commitment. Point number 6, commitment. Make and keep proper communications or commitments daily. Make and keep proper commitments daily. Very hard, but if we can do it, at least begin to do 1 or 2, it will give us a lot of encouragement to keep going at it and making all the commitments come true. It doesn't just begin with making all of commitments come true. Either we make a few commitments that we can fulfill, or we make commitments and then fulfill whatever we can, and then keep pressing on to make sure that we fulfill all the commitments that we do daily. I hope that's what practically I feel I can do about my own life. I hope that others can do the same in their own lives as well. But it depends upon people. There are people who are quite committed, highly committed, quite good in what they do. So I leave it up to that. Finances. Make and properly manage dollars daily. It can also translate into your own currency or whatever you will call it. Faith. Deepen and live out my faith daily. Yeah, it's about the deep life. It's about the life that is lived out and not just spoken about. Relationships. Initiate and invest in solid relationships daily. Very hard. Very hard in the virtual world, but I think that it's not impossible. It is possible. Point number 10, generosity. Plan for and model generosity daily. Number 11, values. Embrace and practice good values daily. Number 12, growth. Seek and experience improvements daily. If you settle with these 12 issues by making the right decision in each area, and then work to manage those decisions daily, you can be successful. So here we are, folks. That's the first reading, the first day, and we have an exact to be exact, the number of readings that we have is around about, let's say it's about how many chapters are there? 12. So it's 12 days of reading, and if we put ourselves to a consistent and real commitment, I think we can do this. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you continue listening together, and those who are interested can purchase this book on Amazon yourself and read it. It's a great book. Thank you very much. God bless.